Maddison, Bentancur, Sarr. So
That's my perfect
it
three.
looks like you're missing out on Bissouma.
Yeah, don't like him.
Okay, so
I
is that
like him as a player, but I don't like his attitude, and I don't like the way he doesn't fight for our team.
do you think he's too lazy on the ball?
Too lazy on the ball, too lazy off the ball. That's the
Mm,
main problem, right? Like you can have a bad day on the ball, right? But you can't have a bad day moving. The least you expect from your players is 100% movement on off the ball, right? So
yeah.
make yourself available. Don't go hiding. Don't go passing the buck by passing the ball back. Drive through the middle like you know Bissouma can, right? And
100,
I've
yeah.
been so disappointed with him because when I see him trotting back, not busting his gut because he sees Van der Ven and Porro there, and then he sees Udogie trying to get back, but he didn't quite get back in that Luton match.
Yeah.
Then I downed all tools for Bissouma to be playing from the start. And then when Ange Postecoglou played him in the next match, I thought, well, maybe he's giving him a chance. Give him another chance to see if he'll work for me. Because the least you expect from your players is to work. Yeah?
hmm
Right? Because you see Man City players slacking? No. Do you see Arsenal players slacking? No. They fight for each other. They work as a team, right? And
Yeah.
I see Bissouma as the weakest link in our midfield, not because he's not good enough, he just doesn't do it. And he's been very disappointing since he got that sending off. And then he went to the AFCON. Then he came back, he had malaria. Fair dues to the boy. Maybe it did
Yeah.
affect him. But still, you go on that pitch and you play for Tottenham Hotspur and you play with all your heart and you play for
hmm
the badge. You see Porro, he goes like that to the badge. You see Van der Ven like that. There's passionate. They want to play for
Yeah.
the club, right? But I don't see that with Bissouma. I see a disinterested footballer who's fabulously talented, and he's not producing.
Do you
Like,
know that? Do you know you're describing right now? You're basically describing my guy who I saw in the McDonald's the other day. I think his
yeah,
name's Ndombele, someone like that.
not on
Ndombele.
belly, yeah. You know what?
I mean,
He's got so
seriously.
much talent as well, but he doesn't even apply it on the pitch. At least Basuma gets chosen in the first 11. But
Yeah.
once you're chosen, fight for your place. But the
hmm
thing is with him, he sees Højbjerg on the bench. He sees Skip on the bench and he thinks, I'm cool. They're not going to
Yeah.
bring them on. They're not going to bring them on for
Exactly.
me, right? So
Exactly.
he hasn't got much competition because there's no one else in the team apart from Bentancur, who's been injured, who can really play that deep line central defensive midfield play.
hmm
Even the box to box,
Yeah.
Bassoon can play. So can Bentancur. So because he knows Bentancur's injured and he's got a broken toe, he's thinking, I'm cushy.
I'm
Yeah,
easy. Yeah.
yeah. And
That, that, that,
that's the
that,
shame of
that
it.
for me, that's been a problem throughout the whole season. But sorry, before I get there, I'm just going to read out Ben. I might change at the end of the season. Obviously, he's regarding the 4 out of 10. He's saying. I might change at the end of the season, but I'm not happy with the team. I don't like getting battered every week, and there's no style football. Fair enough, fair enough. Basuma isn't a number 6. He doesn't have the desire to get back and plug gaps. He's a box-to-box midfielder. Now, my
Yeah,
problem with Basuma, I'll be honest, my problem with Basuma is, or anyone who plays in the DM spot, because anyone who played in that DM spot this season after that Luton game has been absolutely awful.
yeah.
They really have. Whether it's Bentancur, whether it's Højbjerg, whether it's
I
Bissouma,
know.
any of them two, they've been awful. Which for me affects that cam position, because if the number
Yeah,
6 isn't doing the job, it means the cam now needs to drop deep, collect the ball from the 3 at the
yeah.
back or the 4 at the back, and drive it forward. Now, simple question here. Simple question. Are you looking, number one, sorry, two questions. Are you looking to sell Bissouma in the summer? And number two, if so, who are you looking to bring in?
Yeah,
Because I got a player on my head that I'm looking to bring in, but go on.
I would sell Basuma and bring in Paulinho,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
A player that plays with heart and passion, gives his all 24/7, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't slack. He loves playing football. He wants, I'm not saying Basuma doesn't love to play football, but he's not producing. right? And when you're not producing at Tottenham Hotspur, it affects the whole team. It doesn't
Yeah.
just affect the cam, it affects the defence. Because if you're deep line, box to box midfielder, your job is to help, right? And if you're not running back when you haven't got the ball, right,
Mhm.
and you're conserving your energies to do your, like, your, what I call it, your £5 worth, right?
Yeah.
You know, where you do a fantastic bit of skill and everybody will remember that skill, but they won't remember that you didn't track back and we conceded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it produced a goal and it got us level, for example. But he's not even doing that, Josh. So I
Mhm.
just feel selling because his attitude, when you get on that pitch, you play for our badge, you play for the Lily Whites, Tottenham Hotspur. We're a very proud club, right? And we're not getting players like Bissouma, who's got all the talent and doesn't produce it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think Ange Postecoglou's come to the end of his tether because he's dropped him quite a few times already. And then
Mhm.
he's brought him on only a couple of times. So I think
Yeah.
his time at our club is spent, regardless of what I say. And I
I
think
can't. Yeah.
Postecoglou's going to be looking for a player with a better mentality, a better attitude, and will work hard for him. Might not
Yeah.
be as
Yeah.
skillful as Basuma, but he will give us a more solid base to work on.